Hello and welcome to Brick Speak. I'm your host, Brigadier Rakesh Bhatia. In today's episode, I want to introduce the term geopolitics to you. Once you understand what does geopolitics means, next time when you are reading about what is happening in international relations, your grasping would be much better. Geopolitics is a Greek word where geo means earth and politica means affairs of the city. It very clearly states the geography of a country dictates the politics it is able to carry out. Geography also dictates what a country can or cannot do. Towards the end of this episode, I will very briefly touch upon geographical factors which are influencing international behavior of few countries which dictate the world order today. Geopolitics is a crucial subject for military officers. In simple terms, geopolitics is the study of how geography shapes global politics and power struggles. Countries compete for land, resources, and strategic advantages, all of which are influenced by their geographical positions. By understanding geopolitics, we can make sense of why conflicts arise, why alliances are formed, and how nations navigate international relations. Why is geopolitics important? Geopolitics is important because it helps explain why wars happen, why countries build alliances, and why certain regions are more prone to conflict. For military officers, understanding geopolitics is essential for strategic planning. By analyzing geographical strengths and weaknesses, we can anticipate threats, recognize power shifts, and prepare for emerging challenges. Without geopolitics, decision making in security and defense would be purely reactive rather than proactive. What are the key factors which influence geopolitics? Several key factors shape geopolitics. Geography plays a fundamental role. Borders, mountains, and oceans influence security and determines how nations defend themselves. Resources such as oil, water, and minerals are often at the center of conflict as nations strive to secure these essentials for their survival and growth. Military strength is another crucial factor. Countries with strong militaries can project power beyond their borders and influence global events. Additionally, alliances like NATO, BRICS, and Quad shape international relations as nations join forces to strengthen their strategic positions. To understand geopolitics better, let's examine the strategies of major global powers. The United States, as a dominant power, controls the world's oceans, maintain military bases worldwide, and actively prevents the rise of rival superpowers. China, on the other hand, is expanding its influence through trade and military modernization. But it faces internal challenges such as economic dependence and regional disputes. Europe, known for its economic strength and diplomatic influence once upon a time, today struggles with security concerns which are posed by Russia as well as internal political divisions. Meanwhile, India is an emerging power that carefully balances its relationships with the United States, China, and Russia, while strengthening its own military and economy to secure its regional dominance. Let's connect these geopolitical principles to current world events. The Russia Ukraine war is a classic example of geopolitics. Russia seeks to create a buffer zone against NATO expansion, while Western countries support Ukraine to counterbalance Russian aggression. The US China rivalry is another key issue. With tensions rising over trade disputes, the Taiwan issue, and China's growing military presence in the Pacific are all the reasons for the conflict between the US and China. In the Middle East, conflicts continue to revolve around control over oil, religious divides, and superpower involvement. India, in response to these shifting global dynamics, is actively enhancing its military and diplomatic strengths to secure its role as a major global power. Now, let's look at how geography is dictating the behavior of various countries. Closer home, China, the coastal economic hubs are very, very rich compared to prevailing poverty in the interiors. China is also constrained by chains of islands belonging to Japan, Taiwan, and Philippines. While large population and industrial base is its strength, but the internal wealth disparity is its weakness. China is undergoing strong military modernization. However, its maritime trade depends mainly on the sea lanes of communication, making it vulnerable to naval blockades. It is it has arrived as economic power in global trade, but it has very limited power projection capability beyond Asia. Talking about the United States, it controls world's ocean. It is protected on two sides by oceans, that is Atlantic and Pacific. It has vast landmass with strategic depth. While global naval dominance ensures trade and security, it has to pay high costs of maintaining global influence. US is economic and technological leader, but political divisions within the country are affecting its strategic decisions. The US is resource rich, but depends on global stability for economic growth. Russia is vulnerable on the North European plain, requiring buffer zone in Eastern Europe. The large landmass with vast resources is its strength. However, it has to struggle to maintain control over buffer states like Ukraine. Russia has strong military and nuclear deterrent, but its economy is over relying on energy exports. Geographic resilience, that is, harsh winters, which has aided defense on two previous occasions, both during World War One and World War Two, is its strength, but economic stagnation and political decline is its weakness. As far as India is concerned, the Himalayas provide northern defense. The peninsular India into the Indian Ocean makes it a strong naval power. While large population and growing economy is its strength, but border conflicts with China and Pakistan are its weaknesses. Strong position in Indian Ocean will have to be backed up by improving our infrastructure and economy. Democratic system ensure political stability, energy dependence, and environment challenge are the weaknesses which we need to overcome. Pakistan, the key geographical factor is that since there are artificial boundaries and Pakistan decided to choose India as its enemy, the border tensions always remain, for which it has to rely on external alliances. Its strategic location enables key regional alliances, but economic instability and weak infrastructure is its weakness. It has nuclear deterrence and strong military influence in politics, whereas its internal security is threatened by militant groups, and Pakistan has to rely on foreign aid and alliances for survival. In conclusion, geopolitics is essential for understanding world affairs and military strategy. It provides a framework to analyze international conflicts, power shifts, and strategic alliances. As military officers, staying informed about global events and geopolitical trend allows us to make better decisions, adapt to emerging threats, and contribute to national security more effectively. Thank you for your attention. I request you to please like, share, and comment. Your questions and suggestions for future are also welcome on in the comment section. With this, I come to the end of today's episode. Keep working hard. Jai Hind.